What a fucking jam, bro. Holy shit, what a good song.
I know.
God, we're lucky.
You know, what's funny speaking of our intro song, just recently I had stepped out to one of the bars right over here, and I actually just went to the bar to order a drink, and the guy that was sitting next to me was like, "Yo, Tony, what's up, dude?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man?" And I've
Yeah, you don't know who that guy is.
Well, no, I know him from because he's good buds with one of my buddies, and we've casually bullshit, but I don't think we'd ever really exchanged just talk, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yo, dude," he's like, "I've been listening to Pizza Bagels," and I was like, "Hell yeah, dude, that's
nice.
Awesome, thank you so much."
Fuck yeah.
And he was also asking where you were, and I was like, "I don't know, man," and he's on his own accord.
Yeah, dude, we have other lives.
Yeah. Can't be with the bagel all the time.
Yeah, it's not Pizza Bagels fucking 24/7.
Right. So
because then it'd be pizza hates the bagel. Yeah, it'd be awful.
So I was bullshitting with him for a minute, and he was saying that he's a new fan. He's been listening all the way through.
Fuck yeah, new fans.
He goes by Goofball.
Okay.
So shout out to Goofball.
Shout out to Goofball. Fuck
And
yeah.
Ducky, I think we've mentioned before in previous episodes. So he's
Sure.
Ducky's buddy. So Ducky and Goofball.
Nice.
Shout out to you boys. Thanks for listening.
You know that we have no listeners with grown-up names? Pickle, Ducky, Duffy, Goofball,
Hefe.
Duddy, Hefe. Yeah. Nobody who's like, "Hey, my name is fucking Terrence." And we're
Yeah.
like, "Ugh, what a
But also that would be a note to be like, "Oh, Terrence." I mean, that's a weird name.
Yeah, it's pretty gay.
Yeah. So I just want to throw a little shout out to Ducky and Goofball. Thanks for listening.
Hell yeah.
Spread the word.
Yeah.
Like AIDS.
Ducky and the Goof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spread like AIDS. That's
Ducky
right.
and the Goof.
Like it was 1983 and you don't have Magic Johnson money.
Yeah. And so then it's funny too, is also speaking of Duddy.
Oh, I thought you were saying
know,
of 1983 Magic Johnson with the AIDS. But go on.
No, so we just recently had him on. I was like, "Hey, dude, your episode's up. Take a listen. Let me know what you think." I sent him the video that Tommy Boy was testing, because right now we're test videoing. We're trying to get everything together and get the video out for you guys.
And shout out to Tommy Boy for helping us with all this shit.
Absolutely, Tommy Boy.
Cheerio.
Salute, buddy.
Salute, boys.
So I was texted him, and he said him and his girlfriend listened to it. They loved it. It was hilarious. I'm like, great, spread it all to all your friends.
Nice.
So it's funny, we were bullshitting for a little bit, and it's one of those things. We are 18 years apart, him and I.
No shit.
So I feel like there's sometimes I try to throw some good advice, bad advice, whatever to him,
Yeah.
And well, not bad advice, but
good advice 18 years ago, probably not great advice today.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there was I was telling him too. I was like, it's important to be a fucking gentleman with your girlfriends. And he's
True.
like, yeah. He's like, I mean, he's younger. He's like, yeah, I know. And now he's in his, I think he's early 20s, right? And I'm like, listen, here's a great fucking rule. If you and your girlfriend go out to go out for dinner or a bar or whatever the case is, this is my advice to you, is that you hold the door open for her, right?
Hell yes.
And right there, you're automatically seeing a gentleman.
And it is chivalry, and that should never die.
Right. And at the same time, you get to look at her butt on the way in.
So true. And her tits on the first way in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boobs first.
You open the door and you're like, look at them titties, and then she walks in and you're like, look at that dumpy.
Yeah, there you go.
So
See?
good for us, yeah.
Yeah. So I felt like I would throw a little good advice to him. Trying to.
Yeah. He's 18 years younger than you. Yeah, he needs to learn that shit.
Yeah. So I think he's going to be 21 this year.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Like if you're dating a girl and she has no boobs but a fat dumpy, take her bowling. Ass shots the whole time, baby.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, wait, where are we going with
Don't
this?
let those flat titties just fucking, oh, yeah, you give it another. Maybe try grandma style. And then she goes down. Like,
Grandma style. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yep.
With the girl with the fat butt. That's a good way to go.
Dumpy,
yeah.
Yep.
There you go, Duddy. Here's some advice from the pizza on the bagel.
You're welcome.
And all
Duddy.
the rest of you.
In case you're macking on a chick, you asshole. Because remember, when I said macking, he was like, how old are you?
Yeah.
Fucking Duddy. But yeah, that's solid advice.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there what do you think? If you had to hand off any other, would you go good advice? Or actually, how about this? Is there any bad advice that you've gotten? You can go either way.
Oh my God.
I'm just flipping coins here.
So much bad advice I've gotten in my life. So much. Yeah, I mean, we can go colloquialisms, basic things that people say, which are typically bad advice. Honesty is the best policy.
Not always the case.
That is a terrible piece of advice. Who
Not
the
always
fuck
the case.
told you? Not a woman. A woman certainly didn't tell you that.
No, definitely not.
No, because she's like, do I look fat in this? And you're like, well, I can't be fucking honest. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, unless she looks great in it, which is awesome.
Well,
And
yeah,
then-
of course.
Yeah, which she probably does. And you know what? You probably love her enough that she looks great in it. But still, you can look fat in something and still look great in it. But you can't tell your wife that.
No.
You can't be like, yeah, you do, but God, it looks good on you.
Like, hey, those hips aren't lying right now. And then she's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, Shakira fucking loves it.
Yeah.
And yet everybody else is a bitch about it. You know, it's like I was listening to all these red pill dudes that are talking about all this stuff online, and they're all talking about like Lizzo. And how she's coming out as like being body positive because she's like, you know,
A bigger lady?
enormous. Yeah, fine. A
Okay.
bigger lady, whatever. And she's like, I'm fucking beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. And these dudes are like, yeah, that's great. All these chicks are like, yes, queen. You fucking celebrate it. You just celebrate your body. Yes, queen. And then this dude's like, every time I meet a chick, I'm like, oh my God, you're sexy like Lizzo. And they're like, fuck you. And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm not sexy like Lizzo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a compliment, I guess, right? I mean, because she's body positive and,
Yeah.
you know, and listen, there's a lot of our buddies that are into bigger chicks. So, I mean,
100%.
like,
But honesty is not always
Nothing
the
wrong with
best
it.
policy. Like
No.
sometimes you might be like, hey, maybe a stickle of shame might help you out a little bit. You know,
yeah,
maybe,
just hold it back.
Just cover up that one fucking hawk.
Yeah. And listen,
Cover that hawk.
and we were just talking like
Your
recently
camera
with friends about this situation and asking the boyfriend and girlfriends, asking the girlfriends like, hey, if he like spent the whole afternoon making you dinner, but it was like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, how would you respond? Would you tell him it tastes like shit?
Right.
But then she was like, I would find something that was good with
She was
dinner.
like, I'm so glad that dinner was on time.
yeah.
Like, it
She's like,
tasted
the mashed
shit.
potatoes were good.
Right, right. It tastes like shit, but you did say it would be at 6:30, and it was on the table at 6:30.
Right.
Which is such a shitty.
Which I guess is a good way to go about it, but I still feel like if it's like your wife or girlfriends, it's double standard. You can't like
Is
to like
that
the.
honesty though? Is it? Is that honesty?
I mean, you are being honest. I mean, like the mashed potatoes were actually really fucking good, right?
Yeah.
So you're not
Hopefully.
lying.
Yeah. How was dinner? The mashed potatoes were good. Like that's such a.
But that's also the side.
Yeah,
It's like that,
totally.
like
Unless she
like
was
the
just making
chicken was
mashed- yeah.
undercooked. I'm not gonna eat it because I'm
unless she's Irish and it was just mashed potatoes. And you're like, oh, thank you, Lassie.
Yeah.
Not the dog. The lady name.
You know what's another stupid one that's super basic like that?
Go on.
Money isn't everything.
Okay, I have something close to that.
Like that's kind of a dumb one. That's like their advice. You're like, well, like I don't know, like I'm stressing about this, and they go, listen, money isn't everything, but I mean,
Of course it is.
it is, right? Like,
Well,
I
it's
would
not. I mean, like if I gave you $1 million in cash right now, would that be everything?
it would be a bunch.
It would be a bunch of cash, and that'd be awesome. But you would spend that on, adventures and.
Oh, I could do a lot with $1 million.
You could do it.
And I
So
think that would change a lot of people's
Oh,
lives.
absolutely. So I'm not saying that money isn't everything, but I would go more towards that. Money can't buy you happiness. Is that?
That's
that a
also
thing?
false.
It's so false.
That's also false.
Oh my god, so
Yeah.
dumb. Have you ever seen a person on a jet ski with a frown?
No.
No, that's never happened.
No.
Nobody's like, hey, you want to jump on my snowmobile? I'm having a horrible day.
Yeah.
They're just like, bro,
Yeah.
you want to go fucking 65 miles an hour on this fucking slope? Gonna be dope.
Oh, dude, man, if
Yeah.
I had the money. Here's one thing. I fucking hate driving. I hate driving. People out there driving are the fucking worst.
I love where this conversation is about to go.
And I would definitely would fucking hire a chauffeur to drive me around everywhere.
Yeah. So I've had this conversation a bazillion times, and it was like for when somebody was like working in restaurants. We'd all put our money together for like the Powerball when it was going to be $1 billion.
Sure.
And it was like, oh, dude, if we win, what kind of car are you going to drive? And they're like, I'm going to get a McLaren, and I'm going to get a Lamborghini, and I'm like, dude, you guys are so poor in your minds. Like, I'm never driving again. Driving is for poor people.
Oh, yeah.
The richest people in the world, they're not the best drivers. They don't have the best cars. They ride in the back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had this discussion like years ago at like my old job, and me and like my co-manager were discussing the same thing, and our boss was like, he's like in the same room. He's like, and I said that, and I go, dude, if I want a shit ton of money, I was like, I'm not fucking ever driving again. He's like, what
Never.
the fuck do you mean you're not driving again? And I go,
Never.
fuck that. I'm like, I'm sitting back seat, boy.
Yep.
He's like, no, dude. He's like, why would you do that? That's ridiculous. I'm like, so I don't have to drive. That's the whole fucking point.
Exactly.
And especially, and here's the best part: if like an accident happens, guess what? I'll fucking call an Uber or another car and be like, you deal with it. Here's my insurance. You handled the cops and shit. I'm gonna go to the party that was supposed to be there until this fucking asshole sideswiped us.
God, you're thinking so poor. You put a trail car behind you just in case. So you roll around in a fucking SUV with an SUV behind you just in case. And then your car, they're like, oh, we got a flat. We're gonna wait on AAA, and you're like, you're a billionaire in the backseat. You're like, cool, I'll sit in the backseat for 45 minutes and wait. No, sir. The other SUV that's trailing you behind is like pulls up like detail for the fucking president of the United States, and they rope you up and they take you to the party on time.
Yeah,
like a gentleman who has money.
All right, that's great. That's a good idea.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I was not thinking of it that way.
What the fuck? This is why if you ever get rich without me, you should hire me to handle all that stuff for you. Like the rich things you wouldn't think of.
Well, no, I wouldn't hire you. I'd just hang out with you for like and have drinks, and then we would brainstorm. We'd brainstorm.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd pay you for your time to hang out with me, but I feel like now I'm just paying you to hang out with me.
That's fine. You don't have to feel that way for $240,000 a year. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I would like. All right, so
I wouldn't take the job if we weren't friends. I would for $240,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally would.
I mean, did we talk about what we'd do if we had a bunch of money? I feel like we might have.
Probably, but go ahead. Who cares?
Well, I was just thinking about like how like I don't need like a fucking gigantic house, but I would want like a good chunk of land, and I would just get ridiculous things. Like I would have the house have probably like the castle towers like in the front.
Yeah, dude.
A moat.
We're talking about the same things.
Catapult, and then we just go fucking garbage picking or something like that. Be like, let's grab that toilet, let's grab that TV, let's grab that smart car, and just fucking catapulting shit into the backyard with all the cool shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm all about the castle, all about the moat. Fuck
yeah.
But that would be my primary residence. I would never live anywhere else.
Yeah.
I would Airbnb, whatever. There's got to be an Airbnb for super rich people where you can just like rent a castle for $1 million a month. So
probably.
I would do that.
I mean, if it hasn't been done, that's a fucking great idea.
All right, I'll start buying $1 million castles.
I see Tommy making moves. Are you looking this up, Tommy?
I am.
Awesome.
Are you looking up castles that we can buy?
Yeah, like $1 million fucking Airbnbs.
We're gonna do flip this house, flip this castle.
Yeah. How do you even look that up? Like Airbnbs for the rich?
I did find an island for sale.
Yeah, but that's for sale. I'm talking about like Airbnbs.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Anyways.
Fuck. I just want to be rich.
What else you got? What's some other like?
Oh, terrible advice?
Oh, either one. What do you got?
What's
something?
If you jerk off a lot, you're gonna get hair on your fingers.
Is that advice? I think they're just trying to. Is that like talking about like when you're a kid?
Stop jerking off so much. You're gonna get hair on your fingers. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, that's a part of growing up. You get hair on. Oh, it was on the palms, right?
Fuck? I don't know. My palms and fingers are so bald. Like,
yeah, you don't have any hair on there.
No, dude. I don't need
so you just weren't jerking off.
Self-pleasure here. The ladies love it. So I'm getting so much puss. I don't have to jerk myself off. Apparently. Well, apparently.
Allegedly.
Apparently, I've had my maximum amount of puss, and so no hair growth on my fingers or palms.
Yeah, I do remember hearing that as a kid.
Yeah,
but. Where did that even come from? What the fuck is that?
No fucking idea. Or like, don't. If you sit too close to the television, you'll go blind from watching it.
Yeah, those are the old like.
Really, I've been sitting like 3 feet away from the television since I was 2 until I was like 41.
Mm-hmm.
That was 9 months ago.
You're still that close?
No, now Jen says I have to stay farther away from the TV. Because I'm also wearing like Coke bottle glasses, and she's like, maybe that was correct.
Maybe you should.
I'm sitting on our couch wearing binoculars. Like, I don't think so. But yeah, dumb advice.
Tommy, what do you got over there? Did you find something?
No, not really. It's just Airbnb. They're basically saying use
a castle.
Airbnb. But it says Airbnb luxury style villas cost between $87,000 and $175,000 134,000 per week.
A week?
Yeah.
174,000 a week.
That's
a lot.
almost too much.
Yeah. Not if you're rich.
Yeah.
Probably build your own castle.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it is for you.
Yeah, don't rent. Buy your own castle.
That's correct. Yeah. Fuck.
Interesting.
87 grand a month. Does it come with what are they called? Servants, not slaves. Servants. Does it have servants?
I don't think it does.
Ugh, this is trash.
The worst Airbnb.
So I'm gonna go to this Airbnb castle for 87 grand, and then when I take a shit on the floor while I'm drunk, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and have to clean it up myself.
Yeah, it's called a hotel, dude.
That's not what happens at hotels. I shit on hotel floors a bunch of times, and other people come and pick them up, and they leave mints on my pillows.
Yeah, that's what you're asking for.
Yeah, I leave them a 3-bag of Coke. They leave me a little Andes mint, and we're all on even keel. Fuck this degenerate castle.
Here's another dumb one.
All right.
Do you ever get like stressed out like over your job, or there's like a fucking like a breakup or something like that? And when you're like, hey man, I just want to be out for like a beer, just want to like
Sure.
talk to you for a little bit. And they go, it's like, dude, you can stop being stressed. Just stop thinking about
Oh
it.
yeah. Just take it easy.
Like, it's that fucking easy. Like, fuck you. What do you mean just stop thinking about it? Like, I can stop thinking about it for the next 5 minutes while we do the shot, but
just flip that light switch. Just turn it off.
when I sober up tomorrow, the problem is still fucking there.
Yeah.
How
Wild.
stupid can you fucking
So
be?
fucking
Just don't
dumb.
think about it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Just shake it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Taylor Swift. I'll just go ahead and I'll do that. You know what? I'm going to just sing a really fast pop song. I'm going to wiggle my tits around, and then I'm going to have no problems. Because I'm getting railed by Travis Kelce, and I'm worth $1.4 billion. So easy for you. I'm not really that mad at her. But it's still, it doesn't make sense.
You'll have enough money for that castle, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. You will have enough money for that castle.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
What about like on the positive side? And you get any like,
Oh, good advice?
yeah, is anybody giving you like good advice?
I don't get a whole bunch of good advice.
And it can be like dumb ones. Like the one that like comes off like the top of my head is like the fake it till you make it, which I think is pretty good.
Oh, dude, I've been using that a lot.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah,
Because
I'm a big fan.
like it's one of those things like I'm probably not really qualified for this job,
Oh, same.
but I'll tell you that I am. And once I'm in, then I'll fucking just learn the system and then good to go. And I look like a fucking rock star.
Dude, you know me. I've been in my job that I have right now for like the last 3 months. I don't know dick about it. Nothing. And I spent those 3 months getting ready for my next job, preparing for my interview and promotion.
Yeah.
And then thank God I got it. Because if I didn't, I'd have to go back and be like, oh. And they'd be like, oh, that's so sad you didn't get the job. I'd be like, also, I don't know anything about this job. Like, I spent the last 3 months preparing for a different job.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I don't get a lot of good advice though. Let's see. Better late than never.
I feel like I use that a bunch, but never usually really like for its case.
Yeah.
I mean,
I tried it with my my godson's birthday, which I missed.
so you didn't even show up late?
Oh, I did.
Oh, well, you just said you missed it.
I did. I was 15 months late, and I went to the wrong church.
What? What are you even talking about?
Yeah, I just ran. I thought
You just randomly just went to a church?
Yeah, dude. I thought it was a different time zone, so I just ended up at a different church.
I feel
on
like
the
this is
rise.
like a Peter Griffin situation.
It
Like,
legitimately
I'm
happened.
here for my nephew.
It
No,
was
like,
pretty much exactly how I sounded.
Sir,
Yeah.
this is Taco Bell.
yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, why is that drummer spinning around in that box? And they're like, this is Church on the Rise. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here for Landon. And they're like, that's not the person
Yeah.
today. I'm like, oh, when did that happen? They're like, about 16 months ago. I'm like, okay, no, can you at least let me RSVP so the parents know I tried? And they're like,
No, it's way too late for that.
It's too-
They
So
know that you weren't
it
there.
wasn't better late than never. In fact, at that point, never probably would have been better.
Well, it sounds
Because
like
their
to
pastor was like, hey, your dipshit godfather friend
Oh.
showed up 15 months late at the wrong church.
See, like the better late than never, I guess, works out for, I don't know, like I like to do like sauce days every once in a while, right? And I'm like, hey, everyone show up like about this time. We'll hang out. We'll have a couple of drinks. Dinner will be like around this time. And then someone like you always somebody that shows up fucking hours later
Of course.
and more closer to like dinner time. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? That's not what I fucking said.
Sure.
But I'm like, when they're there, I still like I enjoy your company. So I guess better late than never.
Yeah, I guess.
but I'm going to complain the whole time.
It's more like just the excuse for somebody being late. Like I say that only when I'm late to something. It's like, better late than never. But
Right.
Okay, sure. If you walk in the
but
door,
it's not good advice.
no, it's
It's just
not.
like it's a good excuse.
Yeah. I
agree.
mean, is it though?
No,
It's not. No.
it's just hey, I'm gonna take the heat off this
yeah.
situation.
I'm just gonna make this stupid joke, be like,
Right.
better late than never, right,
Like
guys?
going into work and it's like, takes the Mondays, you know.
Your boss comes, he's like, dude, you're fucking like 2.5 hours late. You're like, better late than never.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
You were supposed to be here at 7 a.m.
Yeah, your paycheck will be better late than ever.
Yeah.
Right. That's like the so it's not really advice, but the colloquialism. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You've heard this before.
I have.
Is that good advice?
Yeah, I like that one.
Do you?
I think that's something that should motivate you. I don't know why I said it like that. Motivate you. If you're
Bill Cosby. Yeah.
yeah.
Bill Cosby, P. Diddy.
Yeah. No.
Man.
I'm looking
if they
more.
don't succeed at first, just keep trying.
Yeah.
And they did.
Just
I think they succeeded on the first
diddle,
time.
diddle, diddle,
And
diddle,
as-
all the
and
way
they did.
home.
They
Diddle,
kept
diddle,
trying and
diddle,
trying.
diddle,
Yeah.
all the way home. Yeah. Yeah.
I look at it as more of like as someone that wants to be like, I don't know, like a musician signed by like a record label, or an artist picked up by this, or an
You're such
actor.
a
You know what I
younger
mean?
man's eyes. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
like,
well, I
yeah,
mean,
as an
that's how I
aspiring
view
person.
life. Yeah, that's how I view life. Yeah, so to be like an inspiring artist in any form, you're not always gonna fucking get shit on the first try. If you did, you're just fucking lucky, right place, right time, or you actually are just a fucking genius to do so.
Sure.
But if not, you fucking keep going until you find someone that fits your field. I mean, just for example, I mean, like you love It's Always Sunny, right?
I do.
They fucking sent their shit to a bunch of different things to pick up the show, and I was like, no, it's not funny. I don't get it. Until I think it was FX, right? FX is like,
Correct.
This is hilarious. I get it. And now look at it. Fucking like 20 seasons later, it's like one of the biggest shows that everybody loves.
Absolutely, you're right.
So I take that as a positive one.
I take it as a negative one. I can see it how. It's
I mean,
a positive one.
Get what you're saying also.
I mean, if you're trying to make your first sexual assault, like maybe that didn't work out, you shouldn't try it again. But
yeah.
if you're making your your first video, for television, you're shooting a pilot and it doesn't work out, then absolutely you should try that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it can go both ways,
Right. Just like you.
like your mom.
Oh.
Fuck her.
Got him.
Sorry, mom. Damn it.
Got you first.
Stupid slow mouth.
What about this? I think this is a really great advice, and I feel like there's probably a handful of our friends that should have done this. If you've been out drinking and you decide that you want to drive, you never blow. Never.
Mm.
Now, I think the consequences are if you don't blow, they're like, well, we're automatically going to suspend your license for a year.
Oh, you're talking about cops.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. When you get pulled over, did I not say that?
Nope.
Well, he didn't specify two cops.
Nope.
That's
You
where
just-
his mind went.
Nope.
Oh,
You just
well,
said-
yeah.
I
Most
know-
of you are
I
blowing,
know
yeah.
what you were talking about.
said if
You
you're
were
out
talking about
drinking-
blowing somebody in the back.
You get to the
parking lot.
glory hole, and then you drive to the glory hole.
or the Mark's parking
Don't blow
lot.
it. Yeah.
And you're
You
like,
got-
don't. You're the fucking angel that shows up on the shoulder, like, don't blow. And she's
They
like, blow. All right.
You're out drinking, you're driving, you have to take a stop to take a piss. A dick comes through it, don't blow.
Don't
That's
blow.
what I meant. Yeah.
100%.
No. Yeah. When if you get pulled over, to not fucking blow.
Yeah, don't
So
tell
they
the
have
cops.
no fucking evidence on how much you may or may not have been drinking.
Yep.
I think that's great advice. Because like if they go, well, we're gonna suspend your license for a year, that's still gonna be way cheaper than fucking paying for a fucking DUI.
Absolutely correct. Also, don't roll your window down just enough to throw your wallet out of the window and then roll your window back up.
Oh, was this one of the stories you did?
Yeah, I tried that one time.
Yeah. I think that was a few episodes back.
Didn't work out great. I got a DUI that lasted 9 years after that.
Oh yeah, this is when you're trying to say like your dad was dead.
I did say my dad died.
Yeah, and then he shows up to the court hearing.
Yeah. I had to watch that video with him. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, they're like, why'd you throw your wallet at me? And I'm like, because my dad died. And my dad's sitting right next to me like, God damn it. And I'm like, fuck you. I took my shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, don't talk to cops.
No.
You're 100% correct.
Don't fucking say anything.
Yeah, and
Stay-
don't blow.
Yeah. Don't blow.
Don't blow.
Don't say
Don't talk
fucking
to cops.
anything.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, don't say anything. Don't tell them that your uncle is a cop or that your
Dad's dead.
or a lawyer or any of that shit.
Yeah,
Don't do
just
any of that
stay the
stuff.
fuck quiet and don't blow and just go to the station and fucking wait for your
Damn straight.
lawyer.
The one bit of advice my mom gave me was like, just be super nice to cops as much as possible.
Agreed.
Yeah, if you're
Get you off
polite.
of it.
Yeah.
Oh, polite is better.
Yeah,
but just
I know
don't-
you hate cop. Everybody hates getting pulled over, and
Yeah, I mean, be cordial, but just let them know, like, hey, I respect you.
Yes, sir,
but I'm
no,
not,
sir, yes,
I'm
ma'am,
not
whatever.
saying a fucking word.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's fine. I was with somebody who got a DUI not too long ago, and they were like, my uncle's a fucking cop, and give me your badge number, and you're about to lose your goddamn job. And I'm sitting there waiting for them, like, God, you're going to go to prison. Like, fuck, are you going to go to prison for this? Like, it's terrible. So, yeah, yes, respect your police, but don't tell them anything.
Yeah. I think that's good advice.
What's the piece of advice from Trailer Park Boys or something else? Treat them like mushrooms. Leave them in the dark. You know that?
What?
It's from a movie or leave them in the dark and something about shit.
Tommy, can you look that up?
so
Yeah,
mushrooms, and
mushrooms. Leave them in the dark and something shit. It might have been Departed, but yeah, it's definitely in there.
Yeah, take a look at that, Tommy, and see what we can find.
Yeah. So
Is it? Oh wait. So real quick, is it supposed to be like treat your friends like mushrooms, or like
treat cops like mushrooms.
treat cops like mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay,
Leave
so you
them
got a
in the dark.
little bit.
Leave them in the dark and feed them shit. That's what it is. Feed them shit.
we're gonna
and leave
find
them
out.
in the dark. That's exactly what it is. But it's I think it might have been from Departed. I'm not sure.
Leave them in the dark and feed them shit.
And feed them shit
Okay.
because mushrooms grow on poop.
Yeah, no.
logs
Yeah, I get it.
And the dark. Yeah. Those are so funny when you explain them.
they really are.
Yep. One of the greatest pieces of advice I got from my dad was clean your plate. Apparently you didn't get that advice.
Well, I mean, I get just like don't leave food on the plate. I got it.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I did that. And
Like
now
there's
I'm
hungry
fucking-
kids in Africa, like the whole situation.
Yeah, and now I'm fucking 6'3" and fat as shit. And thanks, Dad. Fucking. My doctor's like, if you don't change your lifestyle, and I'm like, talk to my dad. He told me to clean my goddamn plate every day.
I respect my dad. Do you?
I respect your dad,
Fair enough.
Sal.
Yeah,
Can't not respect Sal.
gotta have respect.
Yeah.
It is The Departed, by the way.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
ain't right.
All right, nice, Tommy. So is it what?
Feed them mushrooms and keep them in the dock. That's what it is.
My theory on the feds is that they're like mushrooms. Feed them shit and keep them in the dark.
Keep them in the dock.
Your girls will have a good day.
Keep them in the dock.
Booyah.
Okay.
Mark
In
Wahlberg.
the
Yeah,
Mac.
that's what I figured. As you were saying, I'm like, that's what I was picturing.
Yeah,
Wahlberg.
That's Mac.
Yeah.
He's so
Leave
good.
them in the dock.
Yeah. All right. So, like when I was 18 years old, I remember I went to Baltimore, and my dad was living out there. I was gonna go move out there for a job in like D.C. And we were walking around the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, and we had a nice little one-on-one, man-to-man conversation. And I hadn't seen my dad in years, and so we're walking around the Inner Harbor, and he's like, just talking to me. He's trying to get real. And he's like, so let me ask you a question. I'm like, yeah, what's that? And he goes, you smoking dope? And I go, yeah, I'm smoking dope. And he goes, don't smoke dope. It's for, and then he says, N-words.
Oh,
Yeah, just dropped a hard N.
that is not where I thought that was going.
Yeah. He goes, that's for N-words. And I'm like, ugh, God. And he goes, you ever do coke? And I go, look at me. Like, this is Body by Budweiser and weed. This is not Body by Coke, Dad. And he goes, you should really try coke.
You should clean your plate of Coke.
Yeah.
He goes,
That's actually what he meant by
clean your plate.
clean your plate. It was actually for the
inside
Coke.
My nose was yeah. Yeah. He goes, yeah, you should try coke. It makes you fuck like Superman. That was the advice I got from my dad the first time I talked to him after I turned 18.
That's hilarious. This makes me feel like the whole like Ricky Bobby situation where it's like, if you're not first, you're last.
Oh, yeah,
And he's like, I live my life by this. He's like, what do you mean if you're not first, you're last? He's like, you can be second, you can be third, you can be fourth. It's like, what do you mean I live my life by this?
He's like, I said that to you once.
Yeah.
That's how you
I
live
was
your
high.
whole life. Yeah, my dad's going to show up. I'm 37, just hooked on coke.
So yeah, your dad was probably high when he said that. He's like,
Yeah.
make sure you clean your plate. And you're like, okay, and just like scarfing down food. But you actually just meant like your fucking Coke plate. Oh, that's so good.
Thanks, Dad. Fuck.
Here's one. This comes in with friends of ours. You own a home, right?
I do.
Okay. So interest rate. All right.
Mine?
Yeah.
They're fucking so good, baby.
Okay. So Jess has a really nice interest rate here.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a
She owns
friend.
this house?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And a friend of ours, his wife, one day randomly was like, "Oh, dude, you gotta fucking like refinance your house."
Refi.
Yeah, and Jess is like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, dude, it's awesome." She's like, "I like refinanced like the house. Like I got a guy. She's like, we can do this for you. Like I got one." And Jess is like, "We can get you a lower rate." And Jess is like, "Dude, like mine's like 3.5. Like that shit's not gonna get that low. Like she's like still like grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Like if they refinance the house, it's gonna be higher than
Way
that.
higher.
And on top of that, she's gonna have to pay the fees
Right.
and all that shit too."
So much more money.
And she wasn't getting it. Like Jess is trying to explain to her like, no, this doesn't work out. Maybe it worked out for you, but not for me. Like this
Sure.
is terrible advice. But our friend's wife was so stoked. Like, no, you got to do it. You got to do it. I got a guy. And even after Jess trying to explain it, like she just wasn't fucking
So
getting it.
dumb.
Yeah, terrible advice.
Yeah, we got locked in on a great mortgage rate. It's like, no offense to your wife, even better than that. We're at like 2.8.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Our house, it's ridiculous. All right, what about Love is Blind?
Love is Blind.
Mhm.
I mean, I get it.
Why?
Well, because like you never know like what interests that somebody has that you have that can match with theirs,
Mm-hmm.
and you could like judge them. Like you could be like, I would never fucking go and hang out with that fucking chick. She looks gross.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Maybe
you guys could have like the
maybe
best
she's-
love ever,
Maybe she's your
forever.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. If love was blind, then why did my love try to divorce me for figuring out that I had my ball sack all opened up in front of the fan?
Wait. Elaborate.
You know, I was bat winging.
I know
when it
you're
was hot
talking
out,
about. I know
so
you're
was
talking about, but
bat
elaborate for
winging
me.
it right in front of the fan, and then my wife walked in and she was like, "Ugh, you're a piece of shit animal." And I was like, "I thought you loved me for me." And she was like, "I'm gonna go sleep in the basement." And I was like, "We live on a slab." So she slept on the couch downstairs. But yeah, so I was just ball sack all the way out, and she was just like, "This is disgusting to me." And I was like, "I thought love was blind."
I think your love is blind is different than everybody else's.
I don't understand how that could be possible. Blind means can't see. So I assumed that my wife.
Yeah, but she saw you airing out your balls on the
But
fan.
love's supposed to be blind. That's what it means. It means that even if you see stuff, you shouldn't see it. You should be like, "Oh, well, at least he's nice and good to me."
Yeah,
I don't care that you fucking.
I mean, I don't think that's what
ball sack like a fucking piece of poster paper in front of a goddamn fan.
I don't think that that's what that term goes to. But yes, I do agree with what you're saying.
I'm so annoyed with everybody in my life. Right now.
But Love is Blind is not that. I think, like I said, I think it's more of like, don't judge a book by its cover, because it could actually, when everyone's searching for the one, right? Figure quotations here. You're one and only. And you
But
could
if
be
you
like,
open
I'm not
up
going to
the
date that
third-
person. They look like a piece of shit.
But
Or
if you open up the third chapter of that book that you didn't want to judge by a cover, and it's like, oh, I had such a weird day, and then my balls were so hot. I just needed to cool them out in front of a fan, industrial fan, in the living room, while maybe my neighbors could have seen. I don't see a problem with that.
listen, I don't either.
Our love is supposed to be blind.
Right. But here's the thing. It all depends on.
If she was like, "It stinks in here," I'd be like, "That's fine."
Yeah, those are my balls.
Our love
I'm airing
does
them out.
not smell. It smells sometimes.
Not
like-
nose blind.
Right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it was like Krill Fest at Red Lobster.
I think it's more of just like, I mean, it really depends on who your other is and who you are. You know what I mean? Like it's the personality, because like I do have friends, and as a couple, they're very, how do I word this? Like
Disgusting.
no. Those two are together on the same page, but they're
opposite
like
personalities. Like
no, I'm talking about, but from they're a good team against everybody else.
Oh.
Like they will, like, I would also probably put I put my ball sack up to the window air conditioner to fucking cool down. I've done it, but air fist bump. But
hell yeah.
But the thing is that like you say things like that to certain couples, and they look down at you like, ugh.
Right.
Why would you do that? But then part of me going, I'm like looking at the dude going like, come on, man. Like
I'm just saying this is to keep the wife happy. Yeah.
Right. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, are you?
No, I get you. You know.
Yeah. Is it your wife is so fucking stuck up, and like you've done this before?
Yeah.
I've hung out and I've watched you like drink beers out of a trash can, you know. Or are you just now this way because you've adopted like this whole thing?
Or are you sidling up to your wife, like pretending?
Well, that's what Tommy's saying.
feigning
Yeah.
Yes, honey. Yeah. whatever it is.
disgustingness towards it.
You're
because
right.
you're
They are
jealous.
gross. Yeah.
It's like, and then she looks away. She's like, no, I totally do that. You know.
Yeah. But then at least wink to me, right? Like if I want to be like, hey, this one time I was airing out my ball bag in the air conditioner, and so like my girlfriend was pissed off about it, and then if she starts getting all worked up and he's like got to back her up because she's a cunt, which she shouldn't be together, but at least send me like a wink. Be like, yeah, man, that's fucking gross. Like, why would you do that? Like, you know, do that on your own time, and then wink at me, right? And be like, okay, got you. Because then I'm gonna be like, fuck you and fuck her, fuck both of you.
But it's still
we
nonsense
back
because
it
we
up.
know
I'm gonna come to your house and shit on the floor, and
we know that
you're gonna have to clean it up.
Chicks are coming home from a 10-hour day of work, and they're taking their shirt off, and they're crossing their arms over and grabbing their nips, pulling them up over their ears to let their fucking under titties get fanned, right?
I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm sure
dude.
there's a window.
Or their
Yeah.
pussy lips or whatever. Like, you gotta grab whatever just to let it air out. A little bit.
Everybody needs to get that sweaty area out.
Oh my god, this is like a Sinatra song. Yeah.
Everybody
needs to
needs
let
somebody.
their twat out sometime. Yeah.
Instead of summer wind, it's bottle
Right.
wind.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, let's be honest. Chicks are exactly as gross as we are. And they're doing
Oh,
other
yeah,
gross
100%.
stuff,
Yeah.
just not being as vocal about their gross stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dude, I fucking grabbed my beanbag and pulled it out like paper and put it in front of a staunch wind. And the lady in my life is like, gross. But let's be honest. When I'm not at home, my wife's got her tits on the ceiling and just getting the fan hit the underneath.
But you didn't walk in on it,
That's
and then be like, "We're getting divorced." Psych.
Yeah.
I have a boner.
Yeah. Exactly. I would never be like, we're getting divorced. Be like, unstaple those tits from the ceiling and let's get down. Yeah.
Bring those
Like a
tits
jet-
down,
yeah.
and we're gonna get down.
Like a gentleman.
I think that
I
if
had no
there-
idea those tits could go so high. Yeah.
I think that there's anybody, like any couple, guy or girl, that pretend like they don't do the normal things, like I don't fart. I don't fart. That's gross. Fuck you. You definitely fart. But like now I'm wondering like if you're by yourself farting, if you're okay with it, or are you like punishing yourself because you're like, I just farted. Ugh, it's so disgusting. I disgust myself.
I still don't fart in front of Jen.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Still true.
Yeah. You said you're spreading your butt cheeks open like in bed.
That's at nighttime.
Yeah, but like even like during the day, you're
Oh
just,
yeah, I don't fart in front of her.
that's crazy,
Nope.
dude.
I'll go upstairs or downstairs wherever we are, or into another room. I fart elsewhere.
Interesting. Tommy, you got a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
You guys fart in front of each other?
Oh yeah.
Both of yous.
I do. She doesn't.
Okay.
She doesn't leave out a banger.
She'll go to another room and do it.
Okay. She
she
holds
tell
them all
you?
in and then either just farts them
Go
on
to
the
the
toilet
go to the
or
bathroom. Yeah.
or she falls asleep and then they're all just
Or,
farting
yeah, I
out
was
then.
falling asleep, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But no,
What do you mean?
I don't care.
When she falls asleep and there's just like a thin stream of farts like the whole rest of the night.
Oh no, well no.
or
there's-
I'm just asleep and I don't hear it.
Yeah, I mean, like I've dated girls that won't fart in front of me, and when they fall asleep, they're just ripping farts all night because they've been holding them in like the whole time.
Yeah.
And like I understand when your first couple dates or the first few
courting.
months or whatever, right? You don't want to look disgusting yet, but even like years in, they would still be the same way. I'm like, yeah, they're just ripping farts like all night long.
Yeah, dude, I'm just not that guy. I don't fart.
And I guess that's fine. I guess.
We were at Jen and I were at a bar the other night. We were at Third Base in Avon Lake, and these rando 3 dudes walked in, whomever, doesn't matter, and they sat next to Jen, the 3 of them. I was on her other side, and this one dude was like, "Yeah, let me get a beer," and then he was like, "Let me get a Miller," and then he was like, swallowed some air and just like let out a huge belch. Right next to Jen.
That's
like,
yeah. That's
what a piece of shit.
okay. I'll like honestly like I would find situations like that with burps more rude than ripping farts.
Yeah, dude.
honestly,
Oh, yeah. Gross.
I think farts are hysterical.
I do too, but I enjoy them solo.
Yeah.
But you have to have this good setup before a fart. It'd be hysterical, not just a random fart.
I mean,
a random fart is so funny, but like
every
you set
fart's
it
funny.
up.
Yeah, it's true. But I think like every fart's funny.
Especially
like
first of the morning farts are my favorites.
oh yeah.
Yeah, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, I gotta go to the bathroom, but I kind of want to stay in bed.
Oh.
Got a little, bubbly, tumbly. You're like,
Oh,
I
yes.
just let out a fucking long squeaker. Ugh.
In the bathroom.
Nope, in bed.
Oh, in bed. Oh, okay. All right. So while Jen's still laying there.
Yeah, if she's asleep.
Okay. Well, then hold on a second because at nighttime, if she's asleep, you're still lifting cheek to it out. But in the morning, you are gonna just let it squeak out.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the difference is between nighttime and daytime, but sometimes I just think at nighttime it's rude.
It's like rude at night.
Because usually she's awake at night. We're watching like a cooking show or we're doing whatever, and I'm like, what if I leave out a fucking blaster? And then she's like, what was that? And I'd be like, oh, it was Delmo.
Or just tell her she did it.
And
You woke yourself up from farts.
oh, she's done that before.
Yeah, people do
Oh
that.
my god, dude.
Yeah.
So it was one of the funniest things ever. Sorry, Jen. She was sleeping and she farted so fucking loud. Woke herself up, and as soon as she woke up, she like sat up, like she was like out of a fucking grave. She just was like laying flat, and she sat up straight, and she looked at me. She went, "David, gross." And then she laid right back down and went right back to sleep. She was awake for 3 seconds, and it was for her to fart herself awake. And then she was immediately after that sawing logs, and I was like muffling, dying, laughing.
Oh my
How funny
gosh.
it
Oh,
was.
dude, I would be dying
I was
laughing
dying
if that
laughing.
happens.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what?
David, disgusting. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so funny, but I can't tell anyone. Yeah, but now I can tell everyone.
So you got it on a podcast.
Yeah,
Ta-da! Now
Yep.
the whole world knows.
got it.
12 countries and 200 cities know.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, man. We're 17 countries. We hit the 200 city limit.
200 city limit.
Thank you guys for listening.
Hell yeah.
This is fucking awesome. Actually, I'm gonna pull this up the results right now to see if we got anything new since the last checkup. But also, I was thinking about this. We do drop our number all the time, and like we usually it's like the text messaging, and we've been getting new countries that have been listening.
Yeah.
And
Algeria.
well, yeah, we've got. Actually, I'm gonna run down the line here. We got Ireland, UK, Canada, Germany, Israel, Australia, Russia, Netherlands, France, Algeria, Luxembourg, Philippines, Mexico, Finland, Norway, Ukraine. So it's funny. I was thinking is that like when we're dropping like our number all the time. I mean, I guess if they have like the WhatsApp,
Yeah.
but I think we should probably give them at least our email address, right?
We have one in Ukraine.
We have. Hold on. Let me go back to the Ukraine.
Get to work, Russia.
Yeah, we have one in the Ukraine. But like the Russian Federation, we have 4. These are brand new. Like these are brand new listeners. So
There you go. You get Russian.
You think it's Putin? It's Putin listening to us?
Putin loves pizza bagels.
Putin loves
He's like,
bagels.
who? I don't know who this fucking Ukrainian is who's listening to them, but I'm gonna bomb the shit out of that shit.
We have one new listener in the Ukraine, but we have 4 in Russia. Russia's
That
winning
makes
apparently
sense.
at the time.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But so yeah, I mean, everybody else 440-363.
0121.
Yeah, and so if you're in another country and you feel like you want to send something in to us, you can email us.
Yeah.
It's pizzabagelsnow@gmail.com. Or, I guess if you want to,
PizzaBagelSnow.com.
pizzabagelsnow@gmail.com.
Yeah, wherever you're from, it's fine.
Yeah, send us some shit.
We'll
talk
have
about it.
We'll have a Twitter and Instagram coming up soon.
Yeah, we have to get all that
We're
together.
gonna get tweeters.
Yeah, or X or whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah, X.
It's still Twitter to me, but
We're gonna have Instagrams.
We're
We're gonna have
twitting.
tweeters.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be MySpacing.
So pizzabagelsnow@gmail.com for those of you that aren't in the U.S. Send us an email. You got something funny for us to talk about?
Yeah. Let us know.
Send us weird photos of, I don't know, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll talk about it.
Fuck yeah.
So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway,
here's another one. Good advice.
go on.
Don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
That's the stupidest advice I've ever heard.
That's great advice. I've done that multiple times. I'm like, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this. I'm like, I don't need all this shit. But I'm just fucking hungry and everything looks amazing.
That's how you end up with one meal and a bunch of snacks.
Yeah. I mean, that happens too. Or you buy all that shit and you're like, but on the way home, you're like, but Chipotle does sound good. And you're like, I just spent $200 on fucking groceries because I'm starving.
Oh, I
but I
do
want
that.
something right now.
I do that all the time, though.
Do you?
I will go grocery shopping and then get fast food.
For real.
Because I'm like, I'm so hungry, I don't want to cook.
I just want to eat right now.
But I'm meal prepping for the rest of the week.
Okay. Fair enough.
So
Okay. See?
I'll usually eat and then I'll start cooking.
And then but like, and when you're done, you're like, I shouldn't fucking go like when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Have either of you guys ever pooped at the grocery store? That's a real question.
No. I've never pooped in a grocery store.
I have.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm lactose intolerant, so it hits me at random times where it's like,
Yeah.
when I gotta go, I gotta go. So I don't care about public bathrooms as
Ooh,
much.
I actually drank a milkshake, and I didn't know that I had to poop 3 minutes.
I was in the dairy aisle for too long. Now I have to poop.
Yeah.
So what's with the question? Have you pooped in a grocery store?
No, I had to poop today at the grocery store, but a person went in before me, which meant I couldn't go anymore. So I just shopped very quickly and went home.
Like you're not going to poop if somebody else is already pooping in there?
No, dude, he was like on his way in.
So did you see that if he just had to like pee really quick?
No, he beat me by like 12 seconds. And I saw him walking in. I'm like, fuck, there's no way that dude's going to take a shit. Because it was 10:30 in the morning. I'm like, I have to poop at a grocery store. I thought that was like an individual thing. Like, I could only be the only person.
Sure. I mean, I feel like
10:30 in the morning at Giant Eagle.
yeah, I get it.
And this dude walks up and he's like, pretends he's looking at the magazines. And I'm like, fuck, I hope he's looking at the magazines. And he takes his jacket off. And I'm like, fuck, that dude's pooping. There's no reason to take your jacket off when you're looking at the magazines. He took it off because he needed to fucking stretch around.
Yep. He's like, I'm
And I'm
gonna
like,
hang this up while I go
Which
do
is
a
gentlemanly
dumpy.
thing to do. I do the same thing. I like to hang up a jacket before I poop.
Hmm.
But yeah, he fucking walked his way in there, and I just shopped poorly and quickly, and then went home and pooped before I put all the groceries away.
You know, speaking of pooping in public, there was a few episodes back where you were talking about how you went into the bathroom and like when you walked in, there was like a guy already sitting there and he did like the to like let you know
gross, yeah.
to let you know that he's in there.
The worst response.
That just happened
the
to me
worst
last week.
audible response. You walked in the bathroom, someone went,
Yeah.
"Oh," just be like, oh, like, do whatever. Hi! Whatever. Just don't be like, what a terrible way to announce yourself in a public restroom.
Right, because you don't know if like either just doing blow or you're just now sniffing your own shit.
It's already poop particles everywhere.
Yeah.
It's yes and with that.
You're what?
It's a yes and situation. He's doing blow and he's doing his own shit.
Probably, yeah. No, I was out somewhere last week, and I was at a bar, and I went to go to the bathroom to just take a piss, and I was like, as soon as I open up the door, I hear, and I was like, I just started laughing to myself because you just talked about this recently. I'm like, listen, I'm just here to fucking take a piss, like, and then I'll be out, and then you can. But then the entire time while I'm pissing, quiet as a fucking church, dude.
Absolutely, he's not there.
So quiet. Yeah.
He probably lifted his feet off the ground, so in case you looked under, he wouldn't see any shoes.
But there's now a ghost shitter.
Yeah, somebody just like, and then took a dump in there.
Wants you to let you know that I'm here, but you can't see me.
It smells like shit, and I sniffed my nose, but no feet. Yeah. Wild. I fucking hate public pooping. It's my least favorite thing.
Yeah, I avoided it basically at all costs.
Did I tell you about the guy at campus for Progressive that walked in and took the loudest, most aggressive shit and owned it so hard?
I think
It's possible.
I think you've talked about it.
This is back when I didn't know that I shouldn't go when people walk in. So he walks in and I'm like don't fucking. I'm in the middle. Like I'm about to fucking drop a bazillion pounds of turds.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody here. And this dude came in like a fucking rhinoceros. Like just like kicked the door in. He jumps into the stall right next to me. There was another one. There was one over. But he's in the stall right next to me. Like, fucking cocksucker. I'm sitting there leaning back with my feet off the ground, like holding my stomach, like don't poop, don't poop, don't poop, don't poop. And this dude just dropped the most aggressively horrific shit you've ever heard in your life.
That would have been your time to also let go.
I did. When it started, I was like, oh my God, gross. And then when it continued, I was like, I'm dropping now.
Yeah.
This will go under the radar. No one's going to notice. So I dropped like that, and he's just like, and then he gets done, and he goes, as he's going, he goes, it's a clinker.
No, yeah, you've talked about this.
Dude.
Yeah.
That was from A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
I would have given him a high five, but I didn't want to touch his fingers.
you could have did low five.
I still didn't want to touch his fingers. Yeah.
Or just touch foots underneath.
Tap shoes.
Tap shoes.
You can get arrested for that. That's a
Looking for
way
glory holes.
Yeah, that's a way to fucking let the person next to you know that you're into gay sex, tomboy. just so you know. Yeah, you can't do that.
There's your tip for the day. Tip of the week.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No pun intended.
Yep.
Or intended.
Yeah, I think that's all I got for good and bad.
I got one more.
Right.
Here's one that like a drunk uncle had told me, and it was if you
It only hurts while you're sleeping. You're like, oh, thank you.
No, it's like if you say no to a social event, which I feel like a lot of people do, right? It's like, hey, we're having this barbecue, blah blah blah, and you're like, I don't really feel like going. It's like if you say no to a special event, then you say no to 100 more to come out of it. Which I'm like, interesting, because if I did go to this barbecue, I could have now met a new friend,
Sure.
someone that I would hang out with regularly.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Or like maybe somebody that like not like a job opportunity. I'm like, I was actually looking to quit my job. Cool, I can go work for you. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things coming out of it. So I'm like, huh. That's actually pretty good.
I read it a different way when you were like, if you say no, then you'll say no to 100 more things. And I was like, yeah, fuck you, dude. Like, I don't want to go to any of that shit.
Yeah, no. I mean, I understand how that comes out of it.
I'm like, I don't want to go to this family reunion. They're like, oh, that'll be for the next 100. I'm like, that's awesome. Fucking, do I have to sign anything? Like, this is amazing. I'm out for the next 100. So good right now.
No.
Yeah. So you
say
missed
no
out
to this.
on
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yep. If Tommy's like, hey, we're having like a barbecue at my house this Sunday, and you're like, yeah. I can't
So this
make
is like
it, but like,
tantamount to you miss all the opportunity, all the shots you don't take.
right? Yeah, kind of the same thing. Yeah.
I know a shot that we can take.
Oh, actually, all right. Give me a second here. Let me have a quick little pour. How else do you feel about I don't know if you ever heard this one, and this is kind of more like on like the, I don't know if it's more positive or not, but like it's there's like a shit. Hold on, let me think here.
Sounds gay.
Hold on, drawing a blank. Fuck, I don't know. I lost it. I don't know. Fuck it, it's gone. Salud.
Shoot along.
Here's so from also the same uncle.
What's
Got
that?
this one. So from the same uncle that told me the last one.
Huh?
Also said, don't go to the doctor if you have one problem. Wait till you have 4 or 5.
Yep.
So you get more bang for your buck.
It's so fun to have poor uncles, isn't it? I was the same way.
That's ridiculous.
It's wild. I've had a good job and incredibly good insurance for like the last, I don't know, 7, 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 2 years ago, I posted on my socials. I'm like, I'm fucking dying. My throat was so sore. It was like closed up to the point where I could barely swallow a pill. Like that's how fucking closed it was. And I laid in my bed and waited until what's it called? The emergency care thing.
Okay.
Whatever. That
Urgent care?
Urgent care. They would open. And then I went there and I was like, can you guys help me? And they're like, yeah, you're gonna die in like 4 minutes. I was like, here's some pills. You should open these with your teeth and pour them down your throat, drink half a glass of water, and then you'll probably live long enough to get to the hospital. I'm like, this sounds awesome. I have amazing insurance. I'm so fucking stupid. Yeah, I'm just like that.
Well, this sounds a lot better.
Just wait until I get 5 horrible things.
So you actually do this?
I used to a year and a half ago. Now I know that I have good insurance and I can go to the doctor whenever I want. Yeah. Now I'm like, oh, my leg hurts. I go to the doctor. I'm like, my leg hurts. And they're like, God, you're a sometimes. I'm like, yeah, sorry. But, we're not allowed to say that word anymore?
No. That's okay. I'll bleep it out.
Go on.
But, so it's funny that you're talking about like the pills, because didn't you say that you just shove pills down your throat? You take pills dry?
I do.
Ugh, that's fucking serial killer shit. I know we've talked about this on previous episodes.
Every single night. I literally, when I go to bed, I grab my sleeping pill first because that's the most important one to me. So I knock that back first by itself, and then I grab my other 6 pills, which are designed to save my life or increase it. And I grab all those and I jam them all in my mouth, and then I drink no water.
Why?
I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm actually, like, this sounds so weird. Like, it makes me feel like I'm really taking that medicine. You know,
like a dick.
Yeah, you take that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take that medicine, and I fucking eat all of it.
I'm gonna take that medicine.
I feel like if I take it harder, like it'll work better for me.
You're at your own house. You have the option of water.
Yeah, I own that house, and there's 2 bottles and a glass of water next to me.
And you purposely choose not to use water.
Dude.
Why? There's no reason that you could tell me why you think it's better just to fucking shove it down your throat hole instead of just taking it down with water like a normal human being.
I don't know. Sometimes I think you need.
Except for you're like, I want to take it down like a dick.
You need some pain for your pleasure is how I look at most everything. So.
Are you just wanting to have like a dick down your throat hole?
No.
Are you practicing?
Practicing what?
For dicks.
6.
You want to take that medicine? You take that medicine so hard.
6 pill dicks?
Sure. What does that equal out to?
I don't know.
How long? If we were to put all those pills long ways, how many do you take? 6 or 7?
6.
6?
Yeah.
And they're probably what? Like, I don't know, ½ inch to an inch? What are we talking?
Let's say 1/3 of an inch.
Okay. So what's the math there?
So I have a 2-inch.
All right. So Jew, what's the math here?
It's still 2-inch, but it's so thin like a pill.
6 pills at how much did you say?
A
third of an inch? I don't know. I can't be a third of an inch.
You don't think
I think pills.
A third of an inch is
pills.
2 inches?
Actually, I don't know.
Really?
A quarter of an inch. I think it would give at least a quarter of an inch. A pill.
You think? Can I ask you a
6
question?
of those is what? An inch and a half?
Do you think a quarter of a pill is larger than a third of a pill? Okie doke. Let's do math the next episode. So.
Well, you're the Jew. I'm not.
Correctamundo. So I will run that episode, but yeah.
All right, Tommy.
We'll do math.
All right, so what do we got here? Tommy, what are you looking up?
I was trying to see if there's a length of pills on it,
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you were looking up.
but there's not.
Because I'm sure they vary in different.
I will
different
bring
pills.
all of the pills here.
I mean, you can't take them in the afternoon. You need them for
I can
nighttime,
take
don't
them
you?
Whenever the fuck. Sometimes I don't take them at night, Tony. Sometimes I take them in the afternoon. Sometimes
enough.
I double dose in the morning.
So, all right, let's. What do we say? Inch and a half, 2 inches
For what?
For the inch of all, like how the full length of all these pills.
Yes, the full length of all those pills would be 2.5 inches maximum.
Okay, so that's your practice before you get the full thing.
What's the full thing?
Where you're like, I'm gonna take these pills. I'm gonna take this
now,
dick.
girth-wise, how many of those pills do you think constitutes a dick?
Girth-wise, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you stack 2 to 3 of them.
Dude, 2 or
whole
3? Is that how
bottle.
thin
It
your
had to be
dick
like
is?
half a bottle.
Come on, buddy. Like a pill is this big.
But if you stack them straight up, like if you're on top of each
I'm not
other,
talking
like,
about vertical stacking.
well,
Like,
you have to fucking. We don't have. I mean, the circumference. We can't like. I mean, I guess we could, but I mean, imagine if you're just stacking them all up on top of each other. That would kind of make the same thing as.
yeah, let him go.
What? Why are you guys looking at me like I'm the R word?
Are you?
Go on. Well, then tell me why I'm wrong.
We can make a long pill dick, but it's not going to be a dick. It's still going to be pills worth, like that big around.
Uh-huh.
So how many are you going to need around to make it? Like, yes, you could take 11 pills and make it this long, like a dick.
Are you talking about? You said girth, not length.
Correct.
So I'm not going to put 11 pills on top of each other for girth.
Oh, you're going to use less for the girth?
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, if we're talking about trying to match an actual dick size, 11 pills is probably, that's way too big. Show that to the camera.
Aw.
Show that to the camera. Your dick is not that big,
No, I can
girth-wise.
fit 2 dicks. That's correct.
Yeah, you can fit 2 of your dicks
I can-
inside there.
all right, settle down.
Yeah, so fuck
I
you.
could-
fuck you and your
I
11
could-
pills.
I could
Fuck you.
cram.
What I was saying is
I
fucking
could
right.
cram 2 dicks in there. It'd be tight.
Maybe for you.
You're
Got him.
You're not wrong. Pizza bagels. Play us out. I'm so fucking angry.
Are we is that our time? All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening.
All right, send us your dick dimensions.
For with them to chirp in for dick dimensions.
dude.
Okay, send us a text and let us know what you think. How many pills? And I want you to explain what you want them to explain. How many pills, girth wise,
Yeah.
that it would take to make an actual size
Got it.
dick? Because
Yeah.
11's way too much, and the way your fingers were out, that's also way too much. So tell them, explain to them.
I will.
Do it.
I will.
We're waiting.
I thought you said next episode.
No.
No,
This
we don't
isn't
have time
Dr.
for this
Dre.
shit.
We're not waiting to
No.
the next
Yeah.
episode.
All right.
Say it now.
Hold up. No, we'll go next episode. I'll start measuring my dick. I'm gonna start wrapping. Duct tape some pills on it. My wife's gonna be so angry. She's like, "Oh, that's my fucking breakfast medication." I'm like, "Yeah, I have shit to do."
Jen, I need every pill in the house.
Yeah, sorry. Exactly. All right.
This episode's a mess.
It's a mess. Let's pizza bagel out.
All right. 440-363.
0121.
And for those of you that are in other countries, listen, we see you. We know that you're listening. We love that you're fucking listening.
Yeah, and we're +00 +10. What's our phone number? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. 440-363-0121. I'm sure if you WhatsApped that number, we'll still get your texts, photos, etc., etc.
Correct.
Voicemails. If you want to email us, pizzabagelsnow@gmail.com.
Or the alternate address, Pizza Bagel Snow.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
You fuck yourself, you'll get more pussy. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Pizza bagels with Tony and Dave. Oh, pizza bagels. That's the name of this podcast. Pizza bagels.
Boy, my room smells so good.
Tom Boy farted on it when you were peeing.
You're welcome.
I just didn't want to tell you.
Oh, European.
Yeah,
You
well,
got a joke
European. Yeah,
there.
he's European. Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy farted on it because European. Fucking idiot. I wish I had a different job.
And then?
That's it.
All right, well, then cut us out of here.
All right, play us out. Pizza Bagels.
No, we already did that part.
Ugh, fucking shit. I don't even know what to.
Why are you just doing
Play it again.
Fuck you, assholes. Both of my dick.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you're
All right,
welcome.
now fucking shut us off. Cut us off. Cut us off. Bagel.
I thought I did.
No, you have to shut us off, dude.
Oh, with the button? Yeah, I forgot about that.
We're still here.
Oh,
Hello?
all right.